Hubris, lost cheques and missing money were key parts of a cautionary tale told to members of the financial services industry today as the industry itself faces a period of unprecedented change. Attendees at the 9th Annual Platforms, Wraps and Master Funds Conference were given a post-mortem on the demise of Scandia, which slipped spectacularly from being one of the most liked platforms in 2005 to the bottom of the pile.
The part that's kind of more open about this, and I think that they have to be open about, is that it didn't work. And it didn't work for a few critical reasons. And one of the great sayings is that the truth can't hurt you. You buggered it up, move on, next thing. It's because there were some fundamental mistakes made.
It was one of the industry's own, Andrew Inwood, the principal of research company Brand Management, who conducted a series of private interviews with unnamed sources in order to give this presentation.
So within 5 years, they've taken themselves from the top of the pops to the bottom of the pops.
Inwood said Scandia's staff were highly regarded. Instead, the company's technology, processing and pricing strategy were usually blamed.
The greatest example of that, do you remember when there was the co-contribution that came in a few years ago? That money sat in cash in Scandia for nearly 4 months because they couldn't allocate it across their members efficiently.
The Master Funds Conference gathers about 250 members of the financial services industry, including planners and those who provide the products they recommend. While Australia may have cleared the worst of the global financial crisis, this industry is struggling to rebuild after a litany of high-profile disasters. And in a climate of intense government scrutiny on fees and commissions, Inwood warned that the industry would be called to justify its existence.
On a complete aside, we've had a couple of visits from ASIC lately as they come in to talk about research and understanding the market, and they're dead set frightening because they say things like, we can't see any reason for this industry to exist. We think this should be nationalised. And you say, hang on, how's that going to work? How are you going to provide efficient services and a better all said? And then they don't actually understand what it does. They don't understand wholesale pricing. So you as a group have got a reasonable lobbying job to do to get to the government and explain the utility of this industry, because unless you do it, they're going to start to examine you in a way which is not pleasant.
Nicole Mantello from morningstar.com.au